Hello, my name is Caitlin Abrahamson and I'm the GIS coordinator for Bros Engineering. In this video, I'm going to show you some general ways to edit in the feature layers, web maps, and web mapping applications. For this video, I'll be showing you some of Stanley's data. So let's start with the data feature layer. This may look different depending on how much access you have to this page, but you should see several tabs up here when the page loads. Once the page is loaded, you can see all the layers that are within this feature layer. Stanley has a lot. And we can go open it in Map Viewer to edit it further in Map Viewer. We can export data, we can update the data, but for now we're just going to go to the Data tab up at the top right. From here you can see all your layers in this drop-down menu. If you want to edit a certain layer, just choose that layer. So let's say we wanted to edit fire hydrants. We have several field names up here. If you don't see the field name that you think you should find in there, you can click on this 3-bar option button and click Show Hide Columns. And if there's a column in there that's not being shown that you need to show, just click on that. Let's say we wanted to see the editor of this. That would pop up automatically. To see a fields view of all the different fields within a certain layer, let's change it to water main. We can see all the different fields. We can add a field here. The field name will be a reference name that has no spaces. So let's say we wanted to add a non-utility feature and we wanted to say crime locations. We can write a display name that actually has a space. This is kind of like an alias for your layer. The type will depend on what kind of data is going to be stored in this field. So a date is obvious, it's a date. Double is for numbers with decimals. Integer is numbers without decimals, and string is text. So in this case, we're going to call this a string layer. The length is how much length you want for the field itself, how many characters can fit in this field. Default value is only used if you have a value that you want popped up quickly and by default. So for this instance, we could type Main Street. And that would type up every time we created a new field record for crime locations. So to add that, we just hit Add New Field. But for now, I'm going to cancel that. So we can do this in the fields view, or we can do it in the table view. The table view, you just click that 3-bar option button and add field from there, and it's the same thing. Now we're going to go back to the web map. You can open the web map through this web map viewer or just clicking on this. From here you'll get a full view of what's in the web map. And then eventually all the layers will pop up on this sidebar. You'll see what you have to edit. If you have editing capabilities, you'll see this edit button up in the top left. So we can either click on that and see all of our layers that are in this web map. And when we have that open and we zoom in and click on an option, we can see what's in that point. Now if we hit edit and click on that point, we can add whatever we want in here. And it automatically saves within this table, so you don't ever have to hit a save button. You just don't want to delete it. To save all your edits at the end of the day, you can just hit save, and that will save to the web map. If you click on this and say save as, that will save an entirely new map. So unless you're trying to create new content, I would not choose the save as button. To edit a new creation on this map, you can scroll down to whatever layer you want to add, whether it's a point or a line feature or even, in this instance, a polygon. So if we wanted to add a residential area out here, we can just click as many times and double click to finish. And we can add in whatever information we want and just close it. If I click on it again, this table will pop up again, and I'm going to hit delete because I don't actually want that there. And then I'll hit save. Now the final thing we're going to look at is the web mapping application. The web mapping application will be denoted by this authoritative check mark. So this is the one that you want to look at if you wanted a nice professional view of this application. Once this pulls up, you'll see all the same data you just saw in the web map. This is just going to make it more polished and allow you to use certain tools you weren't able to use in the web map. These are all these widgets up here. Editing in the web mapping application is very similar to the web map. If you have access to this edit widget, you can click on this. And once this loads, you'll see all of the layers, just like you saw in the web map, that you're able to edit. And you can go through the same process of clicking on something and adding it to the map. And that's some basic editing tools and general editing ways in the web mapping application, the web map, and the feature layer. Thanks.